Hello and welcome everybody to another puzzle challenge video with ChessUniversity.com. This is Ryan Murphy, and I'm going to start this video by presenting the solution to yesterday's puzzle, so if you'd like, take a moment to look at this position. It is black to play and win. And yeah, pause the video if you want to solve it now and you haven't already, because I will proceed by going through the solution before we start with a new puzzle for today. And today's new puzzle will be the last of the week that's sort of on the beginner end of the difficulty spectrum. So tomorrow we'll move on to more intermediate puzzles. But today we're looking at more 1 and 2 move patterns. So this one begins, and again, last chance to pause because I'll go through the solution now. This one begins by just, if you notice that you have this battery, which I think I mentioned was a key component of the position in the previous video, we have potential mating ideas down here towards the white king. And the only problem is there's this pawn in the way. So that should be sending off some alarm bells in your head to ask the question, what happens if I push this pawn and unleash the full potential of this battery? Now the nice thing is this not only threatens mate 2 different ways, but it also attacks a knight. So now there's only one move, well, there's one move that stops both in a way that doesn't immediately lose material. Knight d5 would slow it down for one move, but then after queen takes, white would again have to deal with checkmate. So knight e4 is the only way to cover both threats, the threat to the knight and the threat to the king. And now, and this is the tricky part, this is why it's the last of the easier puzzles of the week, it's definitely harder than the other ones. You've got, or I should say it's the second to last, you've got these 2 pieces that are 1 square apart. This is another very common pattern, and you can play the move f5 here, attacking both of them, so you have a pawn fork and you end up winning a knight. Plus you still have this strong battery at the end, so black is completely winning after this. So d4 followed by f5 is the correct solution. Okay, we can now go on to the next puzzle. Alright, here it's going to be black to play and win. There are many good moves for black. Black has already a pawn up in this position. Black has a bishop pair. Black has this good pawn on c4, which fixes a lot of the queenside pawns from the white perspective. But there's a move here that just wins material. So that's what we're looking for. And I'll flip back to the beginning and show how we got here. This is played, I played this in a blitz game against a friend last weekend. And yeah, it was played in a 3+2 time control. So this one started off as a Sicilian, much like in the previous video. Queen c7, bishop e3, a6, bishop c4. Bishop's a little bit vulnerable on this square because both of the pawn moves b5 and d5, which are sort of the desirable moves for black in this type of position anyway, will come with tempo against this bishop later. So white safely tucks it away on b3, which seems like a reasonable idea. It does cost more time, but it was going to get hit anyway, so b5, a3, preventing b4, which would have been a nice idea to try to deflect the knight and then win this pawn potentially. So bishop b7, castles, and knight a5 here, trying to challenge this bishop, maybe also to go knight c4, which is what I ended up doing. Queen d3, and here knight c4 is actually a big mistake. Kudos to you if you can find out why, because it's actually a nice puzzle on its own. So after knight c4, it's white to play and win material. So I'll let you guys pause here. Okay. So yeah, the bonus tactic is, and I saw this during the game after I moved, of course, not before, is they just sack on b5, and at the end of this, I'm going to be in a scenario where my queen is hanging with check, and my knight's hanging to 2 different pieces, and it's only to finish once. There's no way to deal with both of these problems, so black's going to lose material. I guess, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what relatively best would be here. This is just kind of awful. So white's definitely much better here. Queen e5 is an idea, but after, like, let's say, I don't know, queen takes or bishop takes on c4, I have these like tricks where I can try to play against the king, but yeah, I don't fully believe it. Like, these things can be defended. I can go for something like this maybe. It's very cute that at the end of this line, white has the move knight d4. Otherwise, it would actually kind of work. But anyway, I didn't see any of the extra stuff. I didn't see anything beyond the fact that I was just losing my knight on c4. Anyway, so yeah, take on b5 is very strong. So instead, bishop takes c4 was played, and now after pawn takes, black has a really nice position because this pawn's very good. Half open b file leading to the b2 square. This pawn on b2 can be a target. And also e4 is kind of falling, so big success for black in the Sicilian when the e4 pawn's falling. Takes, takes, takes. And after c3, we have our starting position, where once again it is black to play and win. If you'd like to get rewards points for solving this, head on over to chessuniversity.com. You can see the link to the official post in the description of the YouTube video. Of course, feel free also to post what you think the solution is in the YouTube comments. I'll try to reply to those as I see them. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with an intermediate difficulty puzzle, so enjoy solving this one, and I'll see everyone in the next video. Thanks for watching.